Hey, Dragon Dreamers, Gina Virginia Casella here. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Big, big welcome to you. I know you can't see my face. I don't want you to. It's morning, and this is how I jive. This is in honor of all of the new Dragon Dreamers who have joined our collective, whether it's on Facebook, Rumble, YouTube, Buy Me a Coffee. Significant members are increasing, and that is always exciting. It's never, ever about the quantity. It's always about the quality. And we are a high fucking quality soul tribe collective. So I literally just sent out a post on Buy Me a Coffee. Folks are tuning in live. A big welcome to you. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I thought to myself, how can I honor all of the new followers and celebrate all of the paying members who allow me to do what I do best and what I love, and that's provide you with my gifts from God. I only recently feel comfortable talking like that. Uh, those of you who know me, you know all about me, but those of you who don't know me, I've come a very long way. I used to be terrified of ghosts and spirits. I have always had all kinds of interesting dreams. And my old matrix, I was a public school teacher for 20 years. And you know what? I was in survival mode, and I didn't realize that until I was 39, 40 years old. And I thought I was making the best of my life and striving, but really, you know what? I was in survival mode. I'm just mixing up the Dragon Dreams Oracle. I can see we've got lots of viewers tuning in. I do what's called mini gemstone readings. I also offer professional services. I've got all kinds of education experience behind me, but this here is one of my favorite things to do. I call it a gemstone reading. It's a creation of my own making. And these Dragon Dreams Oracle cards, my project for December is to actually make these available to you. So next week is going to be a very exciting week for me because this talk is going to transform into reality. And, you know, when it comes to talk and goal setting and reality, sometimes all we do is hit brick walls, right? And I always use weight loss as an example. So if you've been trying to lose weight, for example, and it's not working out, and to be honest, you've genuinely tried. Well, when are you going to realize that it's trying to be trying? That was one of the hard lessons that I learned, how trying it is to be trying. And so I gave up trying back in 2021. I had a severe panic attack and it changed my life forever. If I ever took anything for granted, it was my energy, it was my voice. I was one of those teachers. I didn't need a microphone. If anything, my voice was too loud and powerful. And like I said, I just took it for granted ever since my childhood. That's who I am. And my energy also took a hit. And so my spiritual awakening, I've come to learn, was straight up a spiritual crisis. And it was very traumatic. And this is all I do now is bridge my dream life with my waking life. I create my own content, my gemstone reading, which you'll see unfold in this moment. I just wanted to shuffle the cards a bit face up. I know a lot of people are interested in them. So I always have too much to say. That's one of my problems. I don't know about you. And I also do very well comfortably in silence. So the reason I wanted to hop on here today is those of you who are just tuning in, is because there's been a significant incline in Dragon Dreamers joining platforms across all of my platforms. Let me know which platforms you use. Facebook, Rumble, Buy Me a Coffee, YouTube. Check out my website, GinaVirginiaCasella.com. So yeah, like, I think these cards are nice and shuffled. I've been shuffling them even before I came live. It's just nice to look at them. There's so much to say. And I look forward to um, hosting myself more with your Q&As. I offer a lot of mini gemstone readings. But what I'm going to be doing now is charging people money when I go live and saving these free mini gemstone readings in honor of our Dragon Dream Soul Tribe Collective. That's where I'm at with my spiritual business. And this Wednesday, I'm going to be on Michael Kopp's show. I do gemstone readings for free, but this one's going to be the last one. So anyways, I'm going to get busy now with this gemstone reading. It's in honor of all of you. Discover me, GinaVirginiaCasella.com. Check out my Buy Me a Coffee. You can just scroll back and look at, the posts that are there. In today's post, and yesterday's for that matter, I sent a huge list of links for you, countless, ample links, free listening of me, yours truly, reading my books, which conveniently are right here. Oh, they're kind of heavy. I wasn't expecting to show you, but somebody in the comments is wondering. And you know what? That's why I'm looking forward to hopping on here live with you and not caring about things like hair and makeup. So I wrote all these books. I'm looking for somebody to help me make a movie out of them. And you know what? Making a movie, yeah, it's like kind of a big deal, right? But for what it's worth, a lot of folks out there already have experience with animation and making fun videos. And so if all you have to do is cut and paste content and fiddle around a bit with how you want things to look, then you very well could be part of an extraordinary project by contributing to the making of the Dragon Dreams movies based on my real life and real dreams, all half remembered and, of course, half misunderstood. All right. You like my pajamas? Yep. When you book a private with me, I put on a pretty dress, do my hair and makeup. And that's what I love about our collective. I get to find balance with you too. Just, I don't always want to have my professional hat on. I want you to know me as a real person too, right? Okay. So what I'm going to do is my thing. If anybody's tuning in live in the chat, pick a number between 1 and 12. And the first number I see, that's the number I'm going to use. So if you are tuning in live right now, if you're tuning in live and you're listening to this, pick a number between 1 and 12, put it in the chat right now in the comments. I'm going to close my eyes and then I'll check the comments for the number. Okay. All right. My eyes are closed. Phew. Sinking into the present moment here. This is a collective gemstone reading in honor of the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. They're my favorite collective. Am I biased? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, feeling you, dragons. And I feel intensity as well. And a lot of us don't feel safe. And so we beat ourselves up because we deny that. We lie to ourselves. Yeah, I feel safe. No, you don't. You don't feel safe. And that was part of the post that I sent out this morning. And it's, December on Monday. And weight loss in particular keeps coming up. I use it as an example. I'm just talking to the gemstones here and talking to my guides, the Gnome King, because rocks are the oldest thing ever, right? Maybe air and water. Rocks are ancient. They know so much information. So gemstones. Lots of dragon dreamers are not feeling safe. And a lot of dragon dreamers, they know who I am. They don't need me to reiterate information. But today I sent out a powerful post on Buy Me a Coffee because there's a lot of dragons that have never heard about me. I'm manifesting my spiritual business. I am done with unideal clients. Fuck that shit. Okay. And I'm in search of ideal clients. And so I find myself these past few months really telling it like it is and intentionally turning people off because I don't want to work with unideal clients. I don't want that. I want ideal clients. And so when I'm setting my goals and manifesting, I'm after that great buddy system. And that's my intention. And other dragons, they're struggling and looking for services. And so I don't think it's a coincidence at all, at all, that there's been a significant incline. Now, it's nice that there's a significant incline on the level of snakes, the literal level, the language of cells and atoms, the physical, biological. Time is not an illusion. So if you have false inhibiting beliefs, dragon dreamers, you need to book that private. Come this summer, I don't want to hear about how you're fat and ugly or how you have low self-esteem. Not interested. I run a results-driven practice. You want change? Book the private. I also need to update my testimonials, and so this would be a good time to have a new wave of clientele. And then in the summertime, it's like, wow, see the inspiration. Prices are also 50% off right now. And when prices do go up, they stay the same for current paying members. So again, I don't want to hear about it because people already complain about my prices and everything that I'm saying. Seriously, everything. My eyes are still closed, by the way. It doesn't just apply to me, it applies to the dragon dreamers. There's a huge matching game. So if you feel the pull, you hear the call, respond. And me too. That's why I'm doing this today. So, Gnome King in particular, I call to you, the Gnome King, the one who gifted me these gemstones in my dreams that I found in my waking life at the beach. It's December 2024. I've got a soul tribe and lots of followers. I've got paid members. Folks are looking for special messages and meaning. False inhibiting beliefs. People don't feel like they're safe. That's very concerning. People are lying to themselves, even if it means creating false inhibiting beliefs that keep them stuck and stagnant. People feel like they're not enough. It doesn't matter what they do. Like things aren't available to them. Like there's something wrong with them. And personally, I have a problem with that. Each of us, including me, author and master scribe, that is my birthright of my fucking Akashic record. Nobody has any business editing that but me. It is the same for everybody else. 2023-24, significant year. Past couple of years for a lot of us. And there's 1 month left of December. So Okay, my eyes are still closed. Okay, my eyes are open. I'm just going to check the chat here for a moment. Anybody is tuning in live, you can put a number in the chat. Okay, people who are tuning in live, sometimes you're driving or you're making your dinner and whatever. I'm going to choose the number 9. Whoops, sorry there, Jaguar. What's my Jaguar gemstone? Okay, so take this as it is. Those of you who've been following me, you know how this works. Those of you who are new, so I just kind of need a moment to look at this and sink into it. I just report out what I see. Before I report anything, make a commitment. You decide, do you want this to apply to you for today? Do you want it to apply to you for the whole week? The full moon is coming. Maybe you'll apply this gemstone reading and then do whatever you need to do and set a due date, the full moon. Maybe you want this to carry with you as a journal into 2026. Commit now. Why? Because some people, they really like these gemstone readings, but then the moment there's something like, in the negative that comes up, they're like, oh, I'm just going to take this as a today gemstone reading. I'm not going to take it as my initial, for the whole week. So you commit. And if you catch this in 20, 40 years from now, then it still applies to you. Okay. All right, let's start with the power animals. I feel like they're calling to me. Jaguar is in alignment, so transformation is at hand. Eagle-Condor, a bit out of alignment. Eagle-Condor should be over here. Eagle-Condor is in the north. Hummingbird is in alignment and literally right beside Eagle-Condor. And I'm sorry, Dragon Dreamers, I'm just realizing my screen, I like to leave my wisdom in the dark. There you go. Let me brighten that up for you. Okay, so Hummingbird is in alignment. Eagle, Condor, and Snake are not in alignment. What's going on with that? Rewind for a moment here. I'm feeling really good about Jaguar and Hummingbird being in alignment. The fact that Eagle Condor is not in alignment doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but it means that Eagle Condor is assisting Hummingbird. They're working together right now. And Snake should be over here, but Snake's over here. And even though Snake is out of alignment, it's like Snake is making its way to Jaguar. And that's very important. This is like a medicine wheel. You can think about it as any kind of wheel, and you can layer the gemstone reading with wheel upon wheel here. But this is also representative of cycles, north, south, east, west, going through the motions, right? And so we want to go in a counterclockwise way, representative of moving forward in our lives, shedding the past, leaving snakeskins behind us. And when I look at Snake, Snake doesn't want anything to do with stuff that's here. That's why Snake is not there. It's like the snake in you is rebelling. Snake is going, okay, look, folks, I digested and dealt with all this crap. I let it go. This snake skin, I'm going to start slithering away. I'm vulnerable. I'm cold. maybe even I'm a bit bitchy, but for what it's worth, this business here, I don't want anything to do with it. This is representative of old matrix themes. This isn't just random day in, day out. These are bigger themes in your life. And Snake is going, you know what? This is like a message, like, um, it's kind of like a funeral. Okay. So, I'm excited to see what, Dragon Dreams Oracle card I'm going to pull, which I do that last. But I'm getting a very strong feeling that Snake is concerned that some of us might be stagnant because we're not moving forward from our snake skins. It's like we've shed the skin and we're just like staying there. So it's kind of like, when you graduate high school and you move on with your life. Well, it's kind of like a lot of us right now. It's like we graduated high school and then we're there in September. Like, no, you're not here anymore for September. You already graduated, right? But it's like it's like it's over, right? So you need to move on. And me too. This is a collective reading. And if it doesn't apply to you, that means you're a minority. And it's always important for us to hear the minority's perspective. Positive, negative, indifference. We need to hear it. That's the importance of our story medicine. So that's all that's coming to me for Snake. Initially, when I saw Snake here, I thought, oh no, because this is the stuck zone, and I'm fucking tired of the stuck zone, right? Who wants to be stuck in the stuck zone? But the thing is, you know what? When there's positive things going on in our lives, we want to stay in the stuck zone. It's fun, it's positive, right? But even positive experiences in our lives, we shed those too. So, um, Snake is reminding us that, hey, you know what? Like in this old matrix, there's a lot of bullshit that's super easy to shed, but there's also some really good stuff in there. Yet those are considered outgrown parts of ourselves. So that's the power of Snake's shedding its skin. Like those clothes don't fit you anymore, even though they were really awesome, amazing clothes, they don't fit you anymore. So you need to move on. And if um, like it comes down to choice, so you can keep moving forward with Jaguar. Like that's what's going on here. Snake is moving forward with Jaguar, transforming and transcending, right? Despite how uncomfortable you feel, Dragon Dreamers, about moving forward in your life, you are being very not pushed, but the universe is nudging you because at the level of Snake, we're dealing with time. So you'll hear me say a lot, time is an illusion. It is, but not at the literal level of atoms and cells and biology. Time is a factor. Biology matters. If you don't eat or drink, you will die, right? So if you don't move forward with your conscious evolution, being in alignment with your alchemy, being in right relationship with Eagle-Condor. Now that brings me over here to this buddy system, Hummingbird and Eagle-Condor. If you're not in right relationship with Eagle-Condor and you're not meeting your goals and you're not making your way around this medicine wheel, sure, sometimes it moves slower, faster, but for the medicine wheel to come to a stop, no, we don't want that because it's hard to keep it going again, right? We want to stay in that flow. So the Gnome King is really coming through with strong energy right now, really telling us like, you have the power to make change, but nobody, not even me or the Gemstone, can make you do anything unless they get into your brain. And that's a separate conversation. But you have the power, despite what your um, education is and knowledge about hypnotherapy. Mind reprogramming is real. intrusive entities are real that suck the life force energy out of you, and how you think and feel matters so much that every single thought that you have creates an emotional response, which causes a physical reaction. So if it's positive, you have positive physical reactions. If it's negative, you have negative physical reactions. Those reactions literally unfold as ailments or healing. So you fucking matter, and how you think and feel matters. And that's why these gemstone readings are important and why they matter, because it helps us highlight this story medicine. Um, this part here is all open. I like that. I feel like lately when I've been doing the gemstone readings, it's like we've been falling hard and fast, but it's like right here, this group is going to be falling hard and fast. But what is falling hard and fast? Um, Feminine support is falling hard and fast. There might be some mixed messages because it's like the sisters are arguing, if you will, um, because they think they know how to help you best, but really only you know how to help you best. And so it doesn't matter if you identify as male or female, there's opportunity for you. There's three sisters, and just working with simplicity: light, medium, dark. Okay. Low, medium, high. Pick your favorite. Whatever you feel called to, talk to them, because they have like their own specialties as archetypes. And so the dark one, if that appeals to you, uh, meditate with her. The medium one, if that appeals to you, meditate to her. The light one, meditate to her. These sisters are one. They also break up into three. They're also their own collective. I'm still figuring it out, to be honest. But it seems, this is where it gets interesting, it seems like all of the sisters are right. So it's like they're arguing, but each of them is right. So why are they arguing? Well, because they just really want to reach out to you and help you, like, so whoever you're feeling compelled to reach out to them. They're like so ready. Physically, um, we need to rest just a little bit more. Um, Today's a good day to like do your laundry and that kind of physical stuff. Um, the mental plane is in a good place. So the physical plane is in a good place, but you don't want to be like overdoing it, is what I'm saying. So today's a good day to go for a walk, review your dance moves or whatever it is. The mental plane, however, is in alignment. So if you have banking to do or planning of any kind, planning a vacation, that's a good day for you to do that. And there's a little bit of a caution here, because whatever you're planning or you're banking or mental plane kind of things that you need to think about, process, they're in the negative. But what's interesting is that even though they're in the negative, you're doing okay with that. So to me, this is a very strong indicator that some of you who have engaged in my mind reprogramming, you recently just had your day 21. So this is reinforcing that it worked, because you're having shitty thoughts about whatever it is, and your mind is redirecting you, telling you not to worry about that. That program is void. So those negative, shitty thoughts don't apply to you anymore. And you're able to move on with your life. So that's awesome. And you know what? the way mind reprogramming works, for some people, they just don't have those thoughts ever again. And for some people, the thoughts are reoccurring, but the mind redirects and you move on. So um, that's really great. That's really, really great. What else do I want to tell you? Oh, yeah, the heart. I ended up putting it here with the number 9. The heart representing ultimately the child within, and the heart always rules. Um, the heart's been hanging out over here lately. Today, I felt like I needed to put it here. And so, on a deeper subconscious level, the child within is transforming. Your relationship with your subconscious mind is strengthening. So, something that somebody told me, one of my teachers, Lynn Buchanan, is he told me, let your body, like the biological one known as Gina, be the secretary and let your subconscious mind uh, breathe through you. So let your subconscious mind guide you. And to me, that's really resonating in this gemstone reading now because just yesterday when I was doing my homework, and I'd love to know how all of this relates to you as well, even if you want to journal about it, Dragon Dreamers, and then in a few days or whatever, put your comments here or in the free Facebook group, the Dragon Dream Soul Tribe Collective. I'd love to read it. And it's good for you too, because then you can look back at your own progress. But the other day I was doing my homework for controlled remote viewing, and I don't like taking breaks. Okay. I would rather just do a session again tomorrow, And I'm working on being my own monitor. I'm a beginner. And I'm at a point now in my learning where I don't take a break. I transform into the monitor and then I go back and I make sure that I put my page numbers and that kind of stuff. And that seems to help me. And I was also thinking, this is where the synchronicity comes. And I was also thinking to myself, oh my God, like it happened. Gina, the biological one, is in secretary mode, and the subconscious mind, my subby, was finally able to step in and take charge of that session because I'm actually, the conscious part of me isn't in charge of the session at all. The conscious part of me is kind of like a puppet or robot taking direction from the subconscious mind. So everything that I'm saying right now has to do with this business. So it's not just Jaguar and Snake, it's Jaguar, Snake, and the child within, the heart. And the heart always rules. Now, you want to know something fucking amazing? When the heart, brain, and the gut, the physical body, are all in alignment, you get brain heart harmony. And you can check out Greg Braden for that one. I took it a step further and I call it brain heart gut harmony. So we are almost in alignment, is what I'm saying. So, like, I don't want to be like nitpicky here, but if this gemstone was just here a little bit more, and if this mental plane was just there a little bit more, we would be in optimal conditions to send our body a message that all systems are in check, not our whole body, but the whole entire fucking energy field. When we have brain, heart, gut harmony, we send the whole system far and wide that we are in receiving mode to make change. So now I'm making connections as to things that I said earlier about the mental plane and physical plane. Today's a good day to reflect because what you desire is unfolding. Now, is what you desire actually what you desire? That's something that you need to do some homework on. If it's something that you desire, then you and me too, because this is a collective, we're like literally on the brink of getting what we want. So, what's it going to take? How can you make this go? And how can you make this go? Well, in order to increase the mental plane, um, um, have fun. Have fun. Today is a good day to have fun, or whatever your intention was when I started this. Okay, to get this from here to up here, have fun. Listen to music that you enjoy. Watch TV shows, movies that you love. Um, how are you going to get the physical plane over here? Well, body needs to feel good about resting. So a lot of us have a really bad habit of exhausting ourselves and then we rest. And that's not good for the body. That's a very different energy. Like that's a survival mode energy compared to a thriving energy where you, for example, um, you work out, you enjoy your yoga, and then now your bones and muscles feel really good and your breathing is good and now your body feels good. That's the kind of tired that I'm talking about. If you can achieve that, that's going to get this here. And then you will have brain, heart, gut harmony. And for what it's worth, that doesn't always happen in my gemstone readings. This one here, I just need to take a closer look at it. Yeah, so the dark feminine is available to you. When I say dark feminine, sometimes that scares people. Dark feminine has to do with life, death, life cycles, the womb and tomb, one and the same. Here in Canada, we're getting snow. Um, the darkness of the feminine, like, winter does not ask to come. Winter simply comes. And that's like the dark feminine. And it's also like death. And it's also like life. We tend to think these are things that we just spontaneously do, but it comes with invitation and intention. And there's also concerning themes about um, free will, the life between lives. So owl medicine is at hand. And owl medicine can be really challenging because the truth can, oh my God, hurt so much. And as challenging as it does help us move forward. And I do want to remind you that your mind's number one job is to protect you, even if it means creating false inhibiting beliefs that keep you stagnant. So when it comes to owl medicine, owl energy, like the dark feminine is saying, like, don't like face your fears, transform fear into fearlessness. If you're too scared to participate, then participate scared. Feel the fear and do it anyways because you're worth it. You're really worth it. There's a committee known as the ones who listen, and they're listening. So if there's one person or one committee who actually took the time to listen to you, what would you tell them? Because they're listening. And you don't have to worry about finding the right words. You could even just um, like think your thoughts in your head, or you can hold on to, um, you could make prayer hands or just hold your hands or, hold any object, tool, and meditate and think or just feel or draw or dance. And whatever your communication is, the committee of the ones who listen, they understand what you're saying. So you don't have to feel like you need to over prescribe things. They get it. And if you have a loss of words, you could just blow. into your tool that you're using, or just blow into the air. And the intention is that breath that you blow is the communication, and they get it. They're listening intently. And these two right now are listening together. The dark feminine, she knows um, about all this here, shedding your old matrix. And what's really challenging is that, myself included, like my old matrix, it did have its highlights, but that's part of me shedding the past. Like when snake sheds its skin, it doesn't shed parts, right? It sheds the whole thing comes off. So we need to remember that all of the good stuff that we, don't want to let go of carries on with us. We have to trust in the high quality items being carried forward with us. And that only reinforces Eagle-Condor over here. Sometimes the power animals need encouragement too. And Eagle-Condor is going, come on, hummingbird, let's go. And that's what hummingbird does. Hummingbird shows you the mountains you only fucking dare to dream of. And hummingbird and Eagle-Condor, they're like, it's time to show you those mountains that you only dare to dream of. So dare to dream, dragon dreamers. Dare to dream the dreams that are yours to have and to hold. Dare to dream limitless possibilities. Dare to create an ending. Dare to create an open-ended ending. Dare to not get hung up on an idea. Dare to bridge your worlds and follow your dreams, because you know what? You are the dream. And you know how we're always asking, like, how do I do this? Well, you know who you can ask, and you know who knows the way? Dreams. Dreams know the way. And you're the dream. So that means you know the way. And going back to my comment about the subconscious mind, it's a good time to connect with that deep uh, subconscious belly of a womb that has all the information in it, all of the ocean of the belly. Think of all the stuff in the ocean, all the fish and different plant life like that. That is all here, all here. It gets overwhelming, that big ocean. So now I want to look at Polaris's focus, and this is what's interesting. Polaris's focus, it's not often, he's the white ram with the big black baby doe eyes, and these are his purple horns. And it's not often they're side by side like this. Usually they're spread out and it's like a soccer net or something. But when they're beside each other like this, it's representative of duality. So when I was talking about, snake moving on with snake's life and moving forward with jaguar, that's what I was talking about. But I didn't know it at the time until now that I'm looking at these two gemstones. Duality. We want to move forward, but we don't want to move forward because we want to, um, keep our high quality skins. But Polaris is saying, you know what, this is not something, this is not an open ended discussion. It is very much a closed discussion. There's only one answer, yes or no. There is no in between. Do you want to move forward with your life? If your answer is no, then you stay there. If your answer is yes, then you move forward with jaguar. Polaris is also pointing in a very, very narrow direction. Like, sometimes we want tunnel vision. Like, we always want to be open to see the horizon and as many opportunities available, but sometimes we need to narrow down the focus. And so Polaris is like, all right, look, this can be overwhelming, right? So let's narrow down the focus. And Polaris is pointing right here at the Eagle-Condor Hummingbird duo right now. So if there's one thing to take away from this Gemstone reading in honor of new members and new followers, this is the focus. For what it's worth, this is a good focus. I don't like to use good, bad language. The Gemstone readings, they do have a very dark, um, foreboding side to them. And that's all part of the owl energy. So those of you who want to lose weight, essentially book an appointment with me. You're not going to lose weight because you have false inhibiting beliefs and or you require energy medicine healing. Me, I know myself too. Those of you who've been following me, you're in the loop. But those of you who are new to me, the shaman needs a shaman. I have had countless extraction after extraction of intrusive entities. And every time I think I'm done with those intrusive entities, it's like, my colleagues work on me and I'm like, what? Did you tested positive again for an intrusive entity? Fuck. So even me, the ball's in my court. What am I going to do? Should I go see my colleagues because they keep having issues with intrusive entities? Or should I just, oh, well, and not go see them again? Right? So that's the message here. Take charge of your life. I saw a comedian and I shared it in a post maybe a couple of weeks ago now. And he was so funny because he was telling his girlfriend, because she was always complaining about her weight. And he didn't care about her weight, but he was getting really tired with her complaining and her low self-esteem comments. And he finally said to her, like, look, you were fat the last 10 summers. You're probably going to be fat this summer, and you're probably going to be fat the next 10 summers, the whole rest of your entire life. And the audience was just howling with laughter because it's like, oh my God, as if you said that to your girlfriend and as if you don't understand why your girlfriend might have been upset and broke up with you over that, right? But the thing is, he's right. He's right. And I use weight loss as an example and purifying a lot as an example because it's true. You're not going to have success unless you surrender to the mind reprogramming and or energy medicine. So, you know what? It's December. It's not realistic for you to lose 60 pounds in a month, but you know what? You could start losing weight and have a healthier lifestyle. You can start feeling safe, right? Those of you interested in things like soul retrieval isn't something that you just book a one-off session with. So it's important that when you book with me, that you continue to come and see me. Ideally, people will book privates with me and see me anywhere from 6 months to a year and a half, 2 years. And then some people, they just like to be a part of the collective. That way they're always in connection with me. And then they book privates as they feel they need them. But you know what? For what it's worth, if you want to make change, then you need to commit to the privates and commit to the next, 6 months to a year and a half, few years, whatever works for you, because everybody is a case by case scenario. There's always much more to say. I feel like the gemstone reading is complete at this point. A final thought here, Manus reminding us that, you know what, like the heart, it's going this way, right? So the heart is like, fuck you, everybody else. I'm going this way with Manus. Who's Manus? He's a different version of me, and he's in charge of helping you write your Akashic record and rewrite it. He's in charge of the Akashic records and keeping me safe. And he helps me investigate the life between lives. There's much to be said about Manus. You can learn all about the archetypes here in my book series, the Dragon Dreams book series. And like I mentioned when I first started, I'm looking for somebody to help me create a movie. I mean, like, a lot of folks out there, they're ready to create a movie, but they don't have any content. I have 8 fucking books worth of content. I also have a suitcase here beside me full of um, dream journals that I need to publish, and the downloads keep coming. Oh, and something I was going to mention earlier, because I like to relate, and then I like to read your comments too, how you relate, is um, I got to give myself tough love right now, going back to this duality and having a narrow focus, because there's so many things I want to do. I'm feeling excited and pumped up, but then what happens to the quality of those things, right? What happens to my focus? And so I have some case studies that I'm working on. And as soon as I wrap those up, basically, which is right now, the month of December, I'm going to be publishing the Dragon Dreams Oracle. And I hope to have it to you available. I'm still looking where to publish. I thought I could do it on KDP like I did with my books, but they don't offer like options for Oracle cards. And anyways, so wherever there's a will, there's a way. Other people do it. I know I'm going to do it too. And I'm excited because I want these. Like, these are kind of heavy, right? I'm a concrete person. I like having the physical, but these are on the heavy side. So it's nice to carry this kind of stuff around. I'm hopeful, though, to also have it available in app form for you. And then in January, my next project is going to be to actually transform the book series into a movie. But you know what, Dragon Dreamers? You don't have to wait until January. So if that appeals to you, making a movie, you could very well start putting some pictures, some AI together, and making some videos. Check out my post from yesterday on Buy Me a Coffee. It's a bit lengthy, but there's a lot of information. And my intention is to schedule a Zoom meeting with those interested in late January, early February. So the time is now. And again, time is an illusion, but right now we're dealing with snake energy, the level of snake right now, the literal biological level. All right, let's pick a card. And my eyes are closed. I'm feeling this one here, and my thumb really wants it. Sure, my thumb is in there because it needs to help grab it, but my thumb is like, well, I want this card, and I love this card. I love all the cards. This one, open heart, clear heart, protected heart. So we're being reminded to find balance. We don't want to be too open, right? So reinforcing everything. And that's what I love. These Dragon Dreams Oracle, they reinforce everything that I said. Or if it has absolutely nothing to do with anything that I just fucking said, it serves as a blind spot. And this here is absolutely in alignment, which only makes me feel that much better about us achieving goals, the brain, heart, gut harmony. Do something that brings you joy today. What's going to bring you joy? Well, whatever the fuck appeals to the child within. Music, nature, TV shows, laughing, smiling, singing. What brings you happiness? What brings you joy? If you don't know what to do, write the word joy, Joy, and then start decorating the word and color it. I guarantee you'll feel better. Put your heart first today, because the heart always wins. The heart always wins. And today the heart is like, I'm the winner. Brain, heart, gut harmony. There's a card in here about brain, heart, gut harmony. I was wondering if that was going to come up. There's a few other ones too, like the life, death, life cycle card. I thought that might come up. But this one here, I love it. I love it. I created this card. It was a very challenging time in my life. And I just really needed to open my heart. And then I realized I needed to clear my heart. It was all dirty and infested and metaphorically sick. And then I had to protect my heart. But then I realized I was overprotecting my heart. And so this card is emotional to me. And this card also, if you look closely, sometimes I forget, but if you look closely, I made it a darker green here to like embed hummingbird. And hummingbird is in alignment with the green heart chakra, carrying all your high quality items forward. And you know what? Like I said, the heart always wins. So if you're not regulated, that's not good for the heart, because that means you're going to be making irrational decisions. Maybe you'll tell somebody off that totally did not deserve that. But when the heart is in alignment, and that's what's going on right now, it's a good time to think. It's a good time to make decisions because you're in alignment, because you're in right relationship. So I'm just going to put my thumb over the video right now. I don't see anybody participating in the comments. I did notice there was a number of viewers who tuned in. I hope you're having a great commute to work this morning or doing whatever it is that you do. Let us know in the comments. My name is Gina Virginia Casella, and I just fucking love doing this. When you book a private session with me, you don't ever have to worry about, do I need this service or that service? You just need to book, and each client is a case by case scenario. December's next week. I've got privates available to you, and that's just it. Things are available to you. You're enough. You're the same as everyone else, and you matter. I really mean that. You fucking matter. You're important. You're smart. You're funny. You're likable. You're lovable. And as I already said, you're important and you matter. Each and every single pressing present moment can be so pressing because it determines the next present moment. And that is exactly what's going on here. The present moment is narrowing down. Will you move forward? And I hope you say yes to the call. I hope you respond to the call and take the journey. Take the hero's journey. Bye-bye, triangle of disempowerment. Fuck you, triangle of disempowerment. The hero's journey has a purpose, and that's to appeal to the conscious, logical mind. Oh. All right, Dragon Dreamers, I have a little commercial for you, and I really enjoyed my gemstone reading with you. Going to remove myself from the stage, and I hope you enjoy this little information, and I hope you dream the most phenomenal dreams. Gina Virginia Casella, and agape love to you.
In progress.
Hey, Dragon Dreamers, Gina Virginia Casella here, your Dragon Star sibling and the one behind the Dragon Dreams Soul Tribe Collective. It is my fucking pleasure to assert that the Akashic Records are not a permanent record because your past never defines you. It brings me great joy and honor empowering others to know only you can write and rewrite your story. In fact, it's your birthright to do so, to make edits accordingly the master scribe and authority you are of your life. The best intended contract is an intention. You were never bound to anything, even if you wanted to be, as we exist in a constant state of alchemy. No more life living you. The pen is very much in your hand. Take charge of your story. Shed false limiting beliefs into the matrix holding you back. Make your story count. I hope you have the courage to be yourself and to be all you can be. I know it's not easy, and you're fucking worth it. Yes, you. You really can change your story to change your life. You're the biology and the belief in the biology of belief. Discover Gina Virginia Casella. I would love for you to join the free Facebook group, the Dragon Dream Soul Tribe Collective, and I would absolutely adore if you registered for one of my memberships. Dare to Dream. You can learn more, or you can go straight to the Buy Me a Coffee website and look under memberships. Keep dreaming those dreams, Dragon Dreamers. You are worth it.